Can we normalize not having it in you to talk? Can we normalize not having the mental capacity to explain yourself to other people? I hate being the one who's always cheering everybody up. I hate being the one who people lean to when they actually need a refill because we don't get gifted that exact same break we give everybody else. We don't get that luxury. If I don't answer the phone, if I don't call you back, if I don't, there's so much entitlement that comes along with it. Can we normalize people not taking it personal when I need a moment for me? Emotional maturity is understanding when I'm going to bleed and not bleeding on other people. I'm choosing to do so. So could you please not take that personal? Could you please understand that I may be going through something I'm working on my own? And in order to keep our connection alive, I must take a minute. I've wished you happy birthday for 26 years in a row. 27 now you're gonna hold it against me. Maybe I don't have it in me. Maybe my silence has intention. So my exhaustion does not lead this conversation. I still love you though.
I completely understand what he's saying. Time and time again, year after year, I've been known for someone to be people's anchor, their comfort, and the person they go to for everything, the person that they could rely on, the person that will always be there, that they could call, that will rush to their side if they need them. Like, it's a lot, and it's a form of pleasing people around you, but also having a big heart. And that could literally be the death of a person. And it's crazy to say, it sounds so dramatic, but it's really true. The amount of times I have stopped my life, stopped everything I was doing for my people, my friends, because they needed me. They needed someone in that moment, and I was that person for them. In the long run, it failed me. It not ruined me, but it became a form of disappointment within myself because I allowed all of this to happen. I allowed them to step on top of me. And a lot of these people that I allowed are no longer in my life, are no longer my friends. We had a falling out. We are no longer on speaking terms, or we just drifted apart. You know, anything is, it's all of the above. And what happens is that because of all this, because I put so much time into everybody else, whatever I wanted to do, I didn't do. Whatever I wanted to do for myself never happened. And a prime example, social media. Boundaries is a real thing, and we all go through our own problems. I've been wanting to do social media for way before 2020, I could tell you that much. And I didn't have the confidence, I didn't have the self-esteem, I didn't have anything. I was putting everybody before me. I didn't think I'd be good at it. I was making myself, convincing myself, even not even making myself, I was convincing myself that I was incapable of doing it. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do reaction videos, like all these different things, honestly and truly. And one day I started to change. And I started putting boundaries in my friends, and I'm not going to reach out to you every single day. I'm not going to contact you every single day. I go through my own things too. And you don't want to be everyone else's problem. If someone's going through something that's dealing with mental health, you're not going to go to that person that's dealing with mental health issues. You understand? So again, it's okay to need your space. It's okay to want your alone time. It's okay to just drift away. But the thing is, though, if I drift away for, let's just say, 3-4 months, but in those 3-4 months it's your birthday, I will take the time to wish you a happy birthday. I think those small things are not the end of the world. You could still wish someone a happy birthday, even if you miss it by a week or 2 weeks. Be like, oh my god, I missed your birthday, I'm so sorry, happy belated. I did that before. I've done that. But you remembered in the end. You apologize and you say, I'm sorry and I forgot. But prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first, you should not be dealing with consequences. You should not have to deal with scrutiny because you're setting boundaries, because you're taking time to heal or deal with problems that you're having internally, whatever it is. And it's showing how people are sometimes selfish, not even sometimes, all the time selfish. And it's not fair to any person that is going through shit to have to be like, oh, you know what? I have to put my stuff to the side. I have to put whatever I'm dealing with to the side to please these people. It's not worth it. And if you have to do that, then honestly, reconsider your friendships. If you are putting yourself behind for people that can't even reach out to you on top of that, and in this next video that I found, it's kind of similar to this one, and it's about setting boundaries. It's about putting your own feelings and your own emotions to the side to please everybody else around you. Listen up.
My therapist told me you could literally be fighting for your life, and some people will only notice how you don't show up for them. Let that sink in. There are people in this world that won't ask if you're okay. They won't be worried about what you're carrying. They'll just notice the inconvenience of your absence. You could be healing, you could be grieving, you could be barely holding yourself together, and all they'll see is you didn't reply fast enough, you don't show up how you used to, you don't pour into their cup anymore. And I've said this before, this is when you learn the difference between connection and convenience. Real care asks questions. Real love gives grace. Real support doesn't make your pain all about them. But the lesson here is that you don't owe anyone access at the cost of your own well-being. If someone's making your hardest season about their expectations, you've got to let them misunderstand you. Let them think you've changed. Let them go. Because the people who are meant to stay will notice your silence and ask you how you're doing, not why you're not showing up.
You're literally fighting for your life. I just said that. You're literally could be going through the most stuff. And the first thing someone's going to see is, why haven't you reached out to me? Not, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you. Why? How's your mental health? I miss you. Da 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 da. No, God forbid. One thing I love about Snapchat, and I know a lot of people don't like the app, but one thing I like about it is that it maintains friendships. It does in a lot of weird ways. And in some cases, it could grow friendships too. And you always can check up on each other by Snapchat. You don't have time to go and call someone. That's fine. But if you want to keep a streak, for example, take a picture, right? Hey, how you doing? Easy, quick. Hope you're doing well. 2 seconds, you're done. That's it. But in real life, people only care when you don't show up for them anymore. When you're not putting them first, it becomes a problem. When you're not running after them to make sure they're good, it's a problem. People don't care enough when it comes to you unless you're not around. Let's put it in a different perspective. You talk to someone, you're talking to Michelle every single day, and then that one day you don't talk. You didn't reach out to her. The next day, you don't reach out again. Michelle doesn't reach out to you. You're going through shit now. You have something that happened in your life. You're grieving of a death of a family member, let's just say, God forbid. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, a week, 2 weeks. You still don't hear from her. What do you mean you don't hear from her? You're going through something and your friends don't even check up on you. And after a month, you find out they're running around complaining about it to everybody else but you. They're going to everybody else and saying they haven't heard from you, you went MIA, you changed, you're this, you're that, all these different things. But in reality, you're grieving and all they had to just do was pick up a phone and call you. To be like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? The difference is those friends don't actually care about you. A lot of friendships are only maintained because you're going out of your way to maintain them. You're going out of your way to check up on them. But the moment you stop giving your time, your money, your effort, your love, your care, and all those beautiful things that you are as a person, they're nowhere to be found. Because you don't serve a purpose for them anymore. You are now a burden to them. You are now something that's no longer of value, which is pathetic, if you ask me. It's pathetic. But that's the truth. Because people don't care about you. People care about what they want for themselves. And if you no longer serve a purpose for them, they won't reach out to you. There's been time and time again, I allowed people staying at my house. And it makes you look at them and be like, the only reason why they're staying at your house, those 5, those 2, those 3, is because of that one person that takes the time to be like, hey, how are you? How you doing? I haven't spoken to you. I miss you. That's the difference. That one person. But if it wasn't for that one person, they would have never reached out to you. Be like, hey, come stay. Like, can we stay at your house? Like, I miss you. Da da da. And I want to like, if we could save money too, or whatever the case may be. They're just using you. They're draining you. And that's not fair neither. So the next time you see friends that are using and taking advantage of you and taking up your time and your effort and you're putting your plans and your energy onto the side for them, ask yourself, what have they done for me? What value do they bring to my life? How do they better my life? And if they don't better your life, if they don't bring value into your life, stop wasting your time with them. Friendship breakups suck. They do. They really do suck. And it's hard to let go of someone that you truly care about. But if they don't bring anything to your world, to your life, if they don't add substance to it, why do you keep them around? What's the point? If all they do is drag you down. Remember that the next time you cave into something you don't want to do because your friend wants to do it. Or the next time they want you to show up somewhere because they need you. Remember these. I remember there's so many incidents that I can think of. I used to drive 3 a.m. to go pick up a friend from a party because she knew that she could rely on me for her safety. And then when I really sit there and think about it, I'm like, I love this girl. She's my friend. I care for her deeply and I'll do anything for my friends. But what value do they bring to your world and your life? You need to elevate. If you're not elevating, reevaluate. Best advice I could give to any of you. Anyways, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the fam bam. And remember, if you're not subscribed, how are you going to know that my videos are being posted? Just saying.